Hi, this is Brian, and today we're talking about truck damages. As you can see here, we have the front assembly of a truck with the grille and bumper assembly already removed. You can see here there's significant radiator support damage or core support damage. That radiator support on trucks is typically structurally connected with the apron, which is buckled here. And you can see above it, the hood itself is also buckled and needs replacement. There's typically different types of suspension on trucks with leaf springs and other components, and as well as McPherson struts and or double wishbones among other designs. Here is the back of a truck that's been pushed in. This is the side bed that has been punctured in, and it is pushed forward into the back cab of the vehicle. Rear bumper assembly has already been removed. In this case, it looks like the exhaust seems to be fine, but that will also typically be removed for access. And in this case, when they do these type of repairs to the cab, you're going to have to take off the entire bed assembly. That's the entire box of the back of the vehicle for repair access. Also, things like decals on the side of the bed will be one-time use. That tonneau cover in the back on the top will have to be removed for access. There's step pads and other things as well. Here's the vehicle up on a frame machine. Frame measurements are typically done electronically now. There are certain points that they put under the truck to measure with, and these are done with pulls until the vehicle is back within factory specs. These factory specs are specific for make and model and have to be within a 1/8 inch variance in order to return the vehicle to pre-loss condition. This occurs with both the front and the rear that have to be checked, especially in a truck repair, because the frame is a full frame and like a ladder design and can actually be diamond shaped when hit at a certain angle or other variances from side to side. Here's another example of a rear collision with bedside damage. In this case, the whole rear bumper assembly has been pushed in, which has damaged the inner rear structure of the vehicle as well. So that is definitely a more significant repair. The entire bedside will be removed. The bed liner inside the truck has to be removed. In this case, there's different designs, some of which are easy to remove. In this case, this is having to have holes drilled into the bed liner itself, which will then have to be repaired. Sometimes third-party companies are even hired to reinstall and or redesign the bed liners to pre-loss condition. If the bedside is on the side where the fuel is, you're going to have to remove the fuel doors. You're going to have to remove the fuel necks that go up towards where the door is at, and other components for access. As you can see here, that is a good shot of the rear structural damage where the components are overlapping one another. Most trucks are made of high-strength steel, as are most vehicles nowadays, and there's different grades of high-strength steel depending on what's needed for that year, make, and model. They all can factor into the overall weight and therefore gas mileage of the vehicle. Here is damage to the back cab of the vehicle, another example. Because there is no break-off point on the back cab, with the paintwork will have to go up and over the roof rail itself. This results in things such as the back glass being removed and that roof molding being removed. In the case of this specific truck, the roof molding is one-time use. As you can see, there's double-sided tape on that roof molding, and that is not reusable. So that roof molding would be replaced. Depending on where the damage is on the cab, you may even have to paint into the door itself, remove things such as that emblem or nameplate that are typically one-time use, along with all the outer exterior door components and inner trim panels for access. You'll see here damage to a wheel and tire. On this case, the tire itself has a bubble in it. If you're replacing the tire, you're going to want to check the measurements and size of the tire, which are typically found easily on the tire itself. The wheel itself may be able to be reconditioned by a third-party company. Here is suspension damage on that vehicle. You will see damage to components like the upper and lower control arms, strut, axle. There are stabilizer links. All the suspension components connect with the frame itself as well on these latter full-frame vehicles, the chassis itself. Here is another front-end collision shot. You can see how the panels misalign from one another between the fenders and hood, how it buckles behind the door, how the door is actually bent from trying to get in and out of the door from the passengers that were inside it during the time of collision. There are wheel opening moldings that go over the wheels that have to be replaced. You're going to have to check the running boards on the side, on the bottom, because those are often pushed in or even moved out of place. There's often lights on the dash. In this case, you have the anti-lock brake system that's been affected. This is another giveaway of suspension issues. You're also going to see lights on the dash in this case, such as traction lights, Another ABS light, park assist, tire pressure lights, the seat belt light obviously is not being worn during this time. There may be airbag lights or other sensors that have been affected. All of it should be checked in detail. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video and you've learned a little something additional about trucks. Have a wonderful day.